Hello once again, space friends. This is our next match of the 12th Alliance Tournament, M.I.F versus Sleeper Social Club, and we got another great one for you. M.I.F bringing double Sleipnir, Basilisk, triple Gila, triple Worm, Stiletto, double Merlin, and Sleeper Social Club with lots of drones, Stratios and Eoses.
Yeah, absolutely. The Sleeper Social Club team, they both came in at pretty much max range, and the beacons they chose means they are as far away from one another as they possibly can be. So I guess both teams wanted this, so it's gonna be interesting to see what they do given the positioning they both have.
Yep.
The Sleeper Social team's got a bunch of Stratioses supported by the Ishkars, so they'll be probably a little bit faster. Because these Merlins, I assume the M.I.F Merlins aren't tackle Merlins, they're just kind of like utility Merlins. But the match starts now, so we'll know for sure in a second.
Yep.
Drones launched.
Couple of damps going across the field. Yeah, and so it's worth noting M.I.F banned out Balgorn and Armageddon, so they obviously were very averse to facing lots of nuding in this fight, so we'll have to see whether that plays into their fits at all. But their Sleipnirs are slowly moving across the field to get on top of Sleeper Social Club.
Yeah, the M.I.F team is just lumbering about. No team actually making any big movements. You see some drones going out. There are some Sleeper Social Club geckos just kind of chilling in the center of the arena, just slowly going towards their target right now. It looks like they're going to be trying to shoot a Sleipnir, because that's all they can hit.
Yeah, the SSC Ares is moving across the field. Looks like he's going to try to get tackle. He's almost on top of the Sleipnirs. The rest of the team is well behind, though. So if they can switch the Damp over to the Aneros, they can probably kill the Ares very easily.
Yes, and let's see what's going on.
And it's drones. They're shooting drones. So right now, the entire M.I.F team is focusing on the geckos and augmented hammerheads that are moving across the field. And I just saw a gecko explode. So that's going to really hurt. These Eoses don't, and Stratios especially, don't have unlimited drone base. So if they can knock out the waves of drones, it's going to really help them later in the fight.
That is definitely one thing that we have yet to see really organized in any sort of aspects right now is the drones that actually move around. You can kill them. Like, drones are a damage type. They're great because you could throw them onto people, but they're the only damage type in even, at least in the tournament setting, that you can completely destroy. Like, you can't destroy the other guy's guns. You can try and damp him or tracking disrupt him, but these things are gone forever once the drones are dead.
And in what may be a bad sign, SSE is sending a second wave of drones, and this one includes some EC-300s. It looks like they might have some ships that don't have any damage drones left, but we'll see.
Those might be some desperation drones thrown out there. Just say, hey, just lock me up and you'll kill me and it won't do anything.
There's also some more geckos. But yeah, that first Ares that charged across the field and went in with no support is dead. But other than that, there's been no significant damage applied to the ships.
Yep, so... Jeez, these guys came in range and they're holding their range.
So
these
it looks like
Sleeper Social Clubs are just staying all the way in the back.
So one of the M.I.F Stilettos decided to exchange the favor with that Ares and is charged in by himself towards the SSC team. We'll see if they manage to get a web on him before he gets out of there. But he is trying to get a tackle on, it looks like, one of the Ishkars. And yep, he's now webbed and scrambled, so he's probably going to drop pretty quickly. But
yeah, for sure, man. There's almost nothing going on. There's actually a lot going on, but you can't see it. As a Tristan explodes, he came out a little bit too far. Mr. Snooze. Oh no, he might be saved. He's just trying to go out there and kill something, get something on the board.
He's up engaging with that Stiletto, which is dropping. So the Stiletto dropping through structure now, and that's going to be one interceptor dead for each team, but otherwise even. An Ishkur for SSC taking a lot of armor damage and is going to be going to structure quickly. If they can't catch reps on him, then he'll drop fast. But he does have reps.
Yeah, this Ishkur is kind of in no man's land over here, and there it goes. So he was able to get reps, but he was just right in the middle of all of the
so now
M.I.F damage
being applied to the SSC and Neros. He doesn't have any tackle on him, but he is taking damage. He's got a couple of augmented Valkyries around him now from one of the Gilas. Only looks like one wave at the moment. The rest are still on other targets, but yeah, there you go. They're trying to take down that Tristan. We'll see if they move any more drones onto him.
This is where we see decision making coming into play here. SSC, they're like, the Onirios is going to die. Their Onirios is going to die. And in the meantime, they're going to try and trade it for a Gila. But the Gila is still getting Basilisk reps. He's all the way in the back. He has no tackle. he actually might be trying to go for this jump beacon. He's not quite there yet.
So there's a Sleipnir now for M.I.F. charging across the field to get on top of this Oneros. I don't know why their drones from the other Gilas aren't on him. He has one wave of Gila drones on him and just one wave, but now he has a Sleipnir as well. And that Sleipnir is going to have tackle on him in a moment. There it goes. So that's a web on the Oneros, and now he's going to be dropping fast. And even if they traded for the Gila, that's a good trade for him.
This is a huge trade if you get the Oneros for the Gila trade. M.I.F. still have a lot of damage once their one Gila dies. But as soon as this one Oneros is dead, that's a linchpin. That can't come back.
Yep.
And so you've got, and actually 2 targets died simultaneously for...
Yeah, so those 2 ships both went down, and they're actually worth similar points, but that Oneros for SSC is much, much more valuable. We're probably going to see the remaining frigs for SSC dropped off the field quickly by the worms, and then these Stratioses are going to be taking the brunt of the large ship damage.
Yeah, these Stratioses are now kind of about to get super mega dunked. They're tackled horribly. The Sleipnir is right on Blitz's face, so he's going to go down. There's actually some split damage, but that's just some incidental stuff from the worms. The frigates are kind of having their own little battle up in the top of the arena, killing one another, which is great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the wave of worms and merlins is actually a very strong support wing in these kind of brawls. They're a bit vulnerable to large ships, but when it comes down to frigates versus frigates, worms are going to do a really good job for you. And all of the ships are tanking just fine for M.I.F. now. One Stratios down for SSC, another one is going to be following next, and M.I.F. in a really, really strong position. And that's going to be the second wrong prediction for me on my little guest sheet so far today. SSC and Test letting me down.
Yeah, Sleeper Social Club looked really convincing in their win last week, and M.I.F. beat a team that I guess everyone thought they should have beaten once you saw the field, so it wasn't that surprising. They beat like a really, really weird Tinker setup that wasn't ever going to win. But, I mean, they're looking good here. They made the right decisions. They killed that Oneros, they won the trade, and they're going to just go out of here with an Ares and a Gila down, and they'll have probably wiped all of Sleeper Social Club off.
Yeah, I expect that in the remaining 3 minutes, they'll easily be able to finish off these last 3 ships. In these kind of matchups where both teams prefer to fight at fairly close range, you actually see that usually the team that is engaging more carefully is the one that comes out on top. Charging in is not what you want to do. So both teams were a bit cautious at the beginning. They both shot at drones, but we saw M.I.F. get the best of that initial engagement, and they were able to get that Oneros down while only trading a Gila, which is what gave them the rest of this match, gave them momentum that they kept going.
Yeah, they were both very cautious going in. Not overly cautious, though. They didn't decide to throw it to a 10 minutes stalemate just because, as we saw in a previous match. But, yeah, this time a worm died. Another worm's probably going to die. He's just kind of doing his own thing, maybe looting some wrecks, maybe not paying attention too much. But he just got repped.
Yep. So this is going to be the last match before our break in the middle of the day for this day of the 12th Alliance tournament. After the break, you're going to be coming back to 2 new commentators. It's going to be CCP Rise and Bacchanalian, and they'll be taking you through the second half of the day. Second half of the day has got some really exciting matches. Are there any that really stand out to you, at least? What match are you looking most forward to in the second half?
I am most looking forward to the PL match.
Yep,
they play
Shadow Cartel. Yep.
Yeah, PL versus Shadow Cartel is going to be a good one. And then obviously, if you're a fan of the tournament, you're going to be watching the Hydra match. Like, even if you don't expect their competition to be very strong, you're still going to watch them, see what they do. So I'm definitely going to be tuning into both of those. Yep. I'm actually just going to be sitting here all day watching the entire thing. Those are the 2 that I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, I think those are 2 that I'm definitely looking forward to as well. But one that maybe a little bit less kind of on people's radar that I'm really looking forward to, CVA versus Outbreak, right before that Hydra match, second to last match. CVA, I have been super impressed with both this tournament, like last weekend, and also last tournament. They've had a really, really good set of teams, and just they seem to be having a lot of fun with these tournaments. They are bringing teams that win and that also are surprising people, that are showing off their role-playing, the way that they enjoy the game, and they've taken that and brought it to the tournament with some great success. So it's been really, really great to see them do that. They brought an all-Amarian team last weekend, and I can't wait to see what they're going to bring versus Outbreak. I actually have them picked as my pick versus Outbreak. I think they're going to be able to take it.
I think they are the favorites versus Outbreak. Like, I don't think you can't really expect a Sacrilege Damnation team. Like, you can't, no amount of preparation can get you ready for that.
And they did a great job last year of surprising people. So let's see what they'll do towards the end of the day today. But that is the end of this match. So that means we are going to be going to our break. That is going to be the last match for both yourself and me for commentating today. But we'll be back with people. I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll all be back in Iceland next weekend. So heading to the break, and we'll see you all very soon for our next match, Rogue Capel versus Scum, after the break.